Kentdale Jaguar had invited us to test drive the new all-electric I-Pace. This video diary is a record of what we discovered about this revolutionary car and its fantastic braking system.
Well, I shouldn't be frightening the horses because of course the car is so quiet anyway. They're possibly not even aware that I'm passing them. And they didn't even twitch an ear from the looks of it. Excellent. I've been allowed to have a drive of this wonderful car. I had never driven an electric vehicle. I really didn't understand what an electric vehicle entailed. It's been a fascinating experience. I love every aspect of the drive. It's smooth, it's responsive, it's easy. It's an absolute dream. I'm just going to increase my accelerator now. And just feel that, guys. That is wonderful. You don't hear any gear up and down as you would in an automatic. And obviously in a manual you have to do it for yourself anyway. This is just responsive to the accelerator and it is easy. The view of this screen, the rake, is also very, very nice. It's a very long screen and you have a lot of view from it. I like it very much. Well, it's very, very interesting, this high regeneration, because these roads are windy, steep, in each direction, up and down. So as you're approaching a bend, you don't always realise how sharp it is. So I'm driving now at 45 miles an hour and I can see a bend, but I don't know how sharp it is. So I'm just going to ease off, and it's reduced speed tremendously quickly for me to reassess and pull away again. Now that is far better than taking my foot off the accelerator and using the brake. I don't have to think as much about my feet. It's visual. So if I ease off, yes, it's fine, pull away again. It responds much quicker, reduces speed much quicker. You can assess it with more accuracy. And for this type of road, the high regen is proving to be a very, very good way of driving. I like it very much. They say use it in built-up areas, town centres, city centres, but I'm adding to that list and say use it on this type of bendy road, narrow, steep, because it is helpful. I really like it. Now yesterday we kept the setting in the low regenerate mode, and I thought that was fine, but I like this more for this type of road, and it doesn't take much getting used to at all. I've only been doing it now for about 20 minutes and I'm perfectly happy with it. Now we are coming to a humpback bridge and it is narrow and it is really only wide enough for one vehicle, so all I'm doing now is taking my foot pressure off the accelerator until I've assessed it. I'm happy and I'm going. That's it. But it's beautiful, beautiful responsive technology, this. I like it very much. We have Brough Castle there to our left. So this is a very tight bend. I'm 33 miles an hour. And she just glides, building the speed now. Absolutely wonderful. When I drive our car that has gears, that bend and this climb is a bit of a pain, truthfully. You've got to get the gear right at the bottom of the hill or you're losing speed tremendously. This is wonderful. I'm easing off a fraction here because it's sharp. Off we go again. absolutely perfect. I'm not having to move my foot onto the brake pedal and just gently squeezing the accelerator or releasing the accelerator according to the sharpness of the bend on approach.
And although you're slowing, it's not costing you any money.
No, because of course all the energy is going back into charging the battery. This is high regeneration. That is what it is doing. It's not costing you fuel. It's helping to recharge the battery. Absolutely wonderful. I really, really like this car, and the future of electric cars, I am sure, is going to be great. I'm really, really impressed.
Janet may be happy on these type of roads, but what's she going to make of the I-Pace in a superstore car park?
I'm not happy with the position I'm in. I'm going to drive further forward in this car park. And now I'm going to go into reverse, and my wing mirrors are going to alter position. Can you see? So that now I can see where I'm going. That's better. That's better. I don't like not being straight. I think what threw me slightly there was any excuse. The one next to me is not very straight. But that's better, that I could see more accurately where I wanted to park. I've applied the handbrake. I am now going to press park, and we are secure, and I'm going to switch off and make sure all the electrics are off. When I first arrived home with this, I'm sure I had the neighbours having a really good laugh at me twitching behind the curtains because I couldn't lock it, and it turned out I hadn't switched all the electrics off inside the car before I got off. I'd switched the ignition off, the electrics were still on. I had to press the button to switch the electrics off. I have done that this time, so I'm going to use the key fob, press it twice, and the car will lock. It's things like this that, until you've had a go with one of these very advanced cars, you've just got to make mistakes and learn from them. I'm going to demonstrate now cruise control, which is very easy on this vehicle. There's a silver bar here on the right hand side of the steering wheel, and I just push up, and it registers the speed I'm going now, which is 41 miles an hour. Now I have taken my foot off the accelerator, and the car is going at 41 miles per hour of its own accord. Now if I gain on the vehicle in front, the distance between me and him, can you feel the speed now of this vehicle is slowing? Now it's speeding, now it's slowing, and it's slowing there. You see, I am not touching the pedals at all. The radar on the front of this vehicle is sensing the distance between me and the silver vehicle in front, and it's keeping that distance between the two of us constant. All I am doing is steering and talking. So I've got my cruise control on at 41 miles an hour, but because the vehicles in front are doing a lot less than that, namely 27, and decreasing actually down to 22, the gap between me and the silver vehicle is staying consistent. And those vehicles in front are having to be careful because of a car towing a caravan at the moment, and these roads are windy and reasonably narrow. But you can feel the car is accelerating and slowing, but I am not doing it. It is the radar on the front of the car that is controlling the distance between me and the vehicle in front and keeping that distance constant. It's a very, very safe device on this car, and once you've got used to it, I discovered it yesterday, and we've experienced it once or twice today, and once you've got used to it, it's wonderful. You just feel so safe with this feature. Doing 26 miles an hour, coming off the roundabout now, getting into position, and off we go. We're up to 60 now.
So it's got poke.
It's certainly got a lot of welly behind it, this one. I like it. I certainly think this is designed for a lady.
No, it's a man's car. No, it's a man's car.
This is for us girls.
No, it isn't.
Yes. As you can probably see from the car park, it's very rough. It is solid rock. And this car has suspension, which under these circumstances I need to apply. Now the button to do that is here on the centre console, and I could lower the suspension, which is the last thing I want to do on this terrain, or I can higher it. At the moment it's central, it's normal driving position. So I'll press the up, and the car now will be lifting. And that's in its highest setting. So I'm now going to reverse round, get to the junction of the car park, and then reset it for normal roads. I'm now on to proper terra firma tail macadam, and I'm going to readjust this to the normal driving position. And I can now tell it's in the proper central position because of the illumination on the center control panel. So I can set off.
Janet eventually allowed me to have a drive. I was interested in how the I-Pace manoeuvred in a town environment. With blind spot sensors, cameras, sonic proximity sensors and moving mirrors, this Jaguar is easy to manoeuvre. The lights on the I-Pace aren't flickering like this video is making them appear. It's a strobe effect caused by the frequency of the lights on the I-Pace matching the frequency of the video camera. It can park itself. You have to control the speed and keep a lookout for other road users and pedestrians, but this HSE spec I-Pace with extras, a snipper £83,000, does the rest. So I can now go into reverse. The mirrors have adjusted so I can see where I'm going better. The camera's working. I'm just using the brake to keep my speed down, and I am coming into the path. It's quite easy actually, very easy. Well, let me straighten up, and there you are, dead easy.
And have you applied the brake or did it?
I've put the park on.
We've travelled over what's called Gummers How. We set off from Felfoot and we're on our way to Kendal. As you saw, the road is very windy, narrow, very steep and sharp in places. I had the car set on high regeneration with no creep, and it's been an absolute dream to drive. People say in the low regeneration it's more like having a traditional car. Actually, I like the high regeneration. I like the electric car technology. I'm not looking to be the same as a traditional car. I'm thoroughly enjoying the technology of it being purely electric. It is amazing, and the sooner I can buy one the better.
Unfortunately, our test drive came to an end, but for more information on this electric car, use the YouTube end annotation links. Top left, I-Pace mobile apps. Top right, I-Pace facts. Bottom right, we check the Formula 1 inspired regenerating braking system for brake light anomalies. And bottom left, we give you an assessment of the electric costs and information on the practicalities of going electric.